Good morning, students. Welcome in this session. In last video, you learned about the different part of alimentary canal and their function. So today we'll learn about the small intestine, the another organ of the alimentary canal. The small intestine, that is a tube-like structure which present in our alimentary canal, and which is a very long tube in which food goes for the digestion. So first thing, if we talk about the alimentary canal, small intestine in alimentary canal, so we should know about the alimentary canal, small intestine. First thing, from stomach, the partially digested food enters in the small intestine, that is a tube-like structure. Here, the complete digestion takes place. So, what is the structure of the small intestine? Actually, it is the largest part of our alimentary canal. It means that it is a large tube-like structure in our alimentary canal. Its length is about 6.5 meter, approx 6.5 meters its length, and it is because it has a very narrow lumen, narrow diameter. That's why it's known as the small intestine. Main thing is that it is the complete site for the digestion. The complete digestion means the food which comes from the mouth to and after the mouth from the esophagus, that is the incomplete food, incomplete digested material, partially digested material. But in small intestine, it digested completely. Means carbohydrate, protein, and fats are digested completely here. After the small intestine, if we talk about the digestion in small intestine, so basically, small intestine receives the secretion of two main glands called liver and pancreas. Liver and pancreas, you can see on the diagram of the human digestive system. In the left hand, we can say that there is a liver and pancreas, a leaf-like structure. I told you about it. So, liver, what is the secretion of liver here? What is the function of liver? So, basically, liver secretes a juice, a liquid, which goes into the small intestine. Same thing, pancreas also secretes the juice, which also mix in the small intestine. So, liver secretes a particular juice that is known as the bile juice. What does it know? The liver secretes juice. Liver secretes a particular enzyme containing liquid that is known as the bile juice. Basically, bile juice is greenish yellow color liquid which is stored after secretion in the liver. It is stored in a special ball-like structure that is called gallbladder. Gallbladder, a particular smallest organ in the liver, which stores the secretion, which stores the bile juice and releases the bile juice into the small intestine. After then, if we talk about the function of the bile juice, what is the function? What is the work of the bile juice? So, function of bile juice, if we talk about, basically bile juice is alkaline in nature. Alkaline means it is basic in nature, and we know that the food which comes from the stomach, it is acidic because HCl mix in it. So this is the alkaline in nature, and it makes the medium acidic to alkaline. Why? Because the alkaline nature of the food activates the working of the pancreatic enzymes. Pancreas also secretes some enzymes. So the pancreatic enzymes only work in the pH of basic pH, we can say, in the basic nature. So function of bile, the first is it makes the food alkaline. After then, bile breaks the fat into small globules. Fat, which is the larger globule, which is the large molecule of fat. So bile break down the large molecule of fat into the small molecule of fat, and that is the process which is known as emulsification of the fat. What does it known as? It is emulsification of fat means fat globules, the larger fat globules divides, breakdowns into the smaller fat globules, that is known as emulsification of fat. After then, if we come into the next secretion in the next organ, that is called pancreas. So pancreas, it is also a gland. Pancreas also known as the exocrine gland, and pancreas releases the pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice means the secretion of the pancreas, the liquid which releases from the pancreas, that is known as the pancreatic juice. Basically, pancreatic juice contains different type of enzymes. There are three enzymes which pancreatic juice contains. First is the pancreatic amylase, the trypsin, and lipase. These three are the pancreatic uh, secretion, pancreatic enzymes. And what is the function of these three enzymes? First, we know about the function. Pancreatic juice releases three enzymes. First is the pancreatic amylase, and we know amylase breaks down the starch. So pancreatic amylase breaks down the starch in the small intestine. After then trypsin break down, trypsin digests the protein in the small intestine. After then the lipase, the third one is the lipase, and lipase digests the fat globules, the fat in the small intestine. So these are the functions and the different composition of the pancreatic juice. So pancreas releases pancreatic juice, and pancreatic juice contains three type of enzymes: pancreatic amylase, trypsin, and lipase. And pancreatic amylase break down the starch, trypsin break down the protein, and lipase break down the fat. After then the food comes in the food go further for the further digestion. So there is walls of intestine. Walls of intestine means the inner layer of the intestine has some small type of glands which secretes some liquid, which secretes some juice, that is also known as the intestinal juice. Intestinal juice means which secretes by the walls of the intestine, and walls of the intestine secrete some juices. After then in these juices different type of enzymes are present which break down the incomplete food to completely, and which digest the food completely with the help of enzymes. So which type of the enzyme, which type of materials break down into the their last product, end product? Firstly, protein breakdowns into its, if we talk about its end product, means what is the end product after digestion of the protein? So protein digests completely and converted into the amino acid. Carbohydrate digests completely and converted into the glucose, and fat digests completely and converted into the fatty acid and glycerol. So these all processes takes place in the small intestine, and small intestine takes secretion from the liver, pancreas, and also its walls, that is called the intestinal juice. So here we learnt about different type of organs and different type of their secretions and the functions of their secretions. From this you have to understand about all type of secretions, and I think you should note down these secretions, note down the process of digestion on your notebook. And next session we will learn about the absorption of food, assimilation of food, and the egestion process of food. Okay, thank you so much.